Greetings, 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 and salutations, one and all. Welcome, 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 welcome to the night shift. It's a brand spanking new week right here on the night shift with DJ Kevin Stew. And I'm so glad to be here. Can I tell you? Joy full up.
Look back and now.
I want to say greetings and salutations to each and every one right now. Those tuning in on the night shift to DJ Kevin Stew, Rockbox.net, Foundation Radio Network, One Harmony Radio across the pond. Top of the morning to you all over there in the UK. I want to say big ups to those tuning on PEMG TV. And of course, right here, the home of the night shift, kevinstew.com. Hey, Julian. I see you real early. I don't know how you so early. Seriously. Kicking it off with a Leon Caldero. A track called Act Normal. What else can we do but act normal? Yeah, it's an act. So what is normal? You ain't nothing but a teaser. Say a special big ups to Marlon Burrell, host of Real Rockers, which airs just before me on some of the affiliate stations. And I'll tell you something, if you've never caught a Real Rockers show, you're missing out. Marlon is a reggae music entertainer extraordinary, can I tell you? I say blessed Earth dates to Bobby Digital. Thank you, Marlon, for that info, because I can guarantee you, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't know. So tonight we are gonna be talking with someone super special, Miss Gia Yee. And for a while now, I've been waiting to talk to Gia. But you know, nothing happens before the time.
Look back and now.
And if you've not heard the Reggae Prescription album, you've definitely heard me play a couple of tracks off of it.
Back and now. Look back.
One of my favorite being Both Feet, and another one being Gaslit.
Look back and now.
But there's another one, a nice little bouncy one called Island Nights.
Look back and now.
I'm gonna be playing that one more often now.
Look back and now. Look back and
Yeah, you can tell I really like this song. I just like how it's just bouncy and nice.
now. Real back and now. Here
I got a little message. I think you can play that Act Normal song again. Just for you.
calling me. Say she have a piece of waist that could blow me away.
And I can tell you I won't be playing all of it.
Throw the arrows, throw the gun. Anyway, she is a dance, but go and perform. Yeah, yeah. But look, the gal there, and she don't like it when I steering on and on. She know I want less, and I go chance it, but afraid I get caught out. I want to take a wine on your for me, gal right there. I see me gal right there. Your body calling me. Oh gosh, I wanna hold jam on your for me, gal right there. I see me gal right there. Your body enticing me. Oh yeah, yeah. You're teasing me, but I had to watch you.
That's right, Julie. Happy Monday to you.
I really wanna wine on you, girl. You're teasing me, but I had to watch you, girl. Yeah, you're teasing me, but all I could do now is just act normal, just act normal, just act normal. Yeah, yeah, just act normal, just act normal, just act normal. Ooh yeah. Every time she call me phone, it's a bacchanal involving big stone. Yeah, anytime she passing by, my girl just watch me like she wants start to cry. Yeah, yeah. She always
How was your day today, Julie?
and she ain't bluffing and afraid. She real bad,
Did you have one of those manic Mondays?
but I real want less.
Or did you have a meaningful Monday?
Guess me running down woman. I want to take a wine on your for me, girl right there. I see me girl right there. Your body calling me. Oh gosh, I wanna hold jam on your for me, girl right there. I see me girl right there. Your body enticing me. Oh yeah, yeah. You're teasing me, but I had to watch you. You're teasing me. I really wanna wine on you, girl. You're teasing me, but I had to watch you, girl. Yeah, you're teasing me, but all I could do now is just act normal, just act normal, just act normal. Yeah, yeah, just act normal, just act normal, just act normal. Ooh yeah. I want to take a wine on you for me, girl right there. I see me girl right there. Your body calling me. Oh gosh, I wanna hold jam on you for me, girl right there. I see me girl right there. Your body enticing me. Oh yeah, yeah. You're teasing me, but I had to watch you. You're teasing me. I really wanna wine on you, girl. You're teasing me, but I had to watch you, girl. Yeah, you're teasing me, but all I can do now is just act normal.
If you can, just act normal. Not you, it's not your time yet. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thanks to Pulse Media Group for sponsoring this segment of the show. When being in the moment is priceless, you want to give Pulse Media a call because they can make this moment last forever. What moment? Whichever moment you're in. If you want to do something like you're seeing right here on kevinstew.com with my show right now, they can hook you up. If you want to just capture a party, a graduation, you have an event that you want to stream, a conference, church service, whatever it is, give them a call, 754-999-6020, or link them at pulseemg.com and tell them DJ Kevin Stew sent you. I told you about a song before, well, earlier on. This is that song. It's called Island Nights.
The wind blows cold, the sun shines sweet as it chases the chills off my naked feet. Through the window pane, sitting on the floor, soaking in the rays as I wait for your call.
Oh, how I miss your island hands. I won't even play the whole song right now. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the one, the only, Miss Gia Yee.
Aww, thank you. That's so sweet. Hello, DJ Kevin Stew.
How are you, Gia?
I am great, thank you. I just had my dose of the island this past week, so I'm feeling really, really good, rejuvenated, and
Yeah, I kinda envy you. I won't lie. I envy you.
aww. Do you miss the island?
I do. I last visited back in November. I took a cruise for my birthday, my Earth date, and
No.
yes, and I got to visit home sweet home for the first time in a long time. But yeah, I miss the island life.
Mhm.
Although
Yeah.
down in South Florida, and I get quite a bit of the island feel, but
Mhm.
I miss the island life.
Yeah, it's definitely a different way of life. Everything kind of slows down and is enhanced by intensified beauty, I think.
Mm.
The colors are even more vibrant, I think, in islands, you know?
Yeah, it's just something about being on the islands, and you don't even have to go far. Just hop on over to the Bahamas, and you get that feel. Go down to the Keys, even the Keys, you get
You're
some
right.
of that feel.
Yes, you do.
It's
I'm-
weird.
Yeah. I don't know if it's part of the salt air or just what it is. Maybe just the breath of special spirit just kind of hovers in that area.
Yeah, it's got to be. It's got to be.
Mhm.
So, what were you doing on the islands? Where were you? Which island were you? I know which one you were because I follow you on social media. But go ahead and tell those who don't follow you. 644, good evening to you. Where were you last week?
I was in the Bahamas, actually Grand Turk,
Okay.
Turks and Caicos, and then Puerto Rico, and then St. Thomas, and lastly,
Jeez.
a little place. one of the Bahamian islands called Halfmoon Cay, and it was wonderful. I got to shoot a few video clips and some photos, but then aside from a little work, I also got a little relaxing in too, just rejuvenated myself.
Well, all work and no play makes Gia no fun.
Okay. Well, that's great then. I guess I got my fun in.
Right, right. So, for those that don't know, who is Gia Yee?
Oh, Gia Yee. That is me. I am a reggae artist at the moment.
At
But
the
I'm just
moment.
I'm at the moment. Yes, at this very moment. I feel like I've been reinventing myself lately. I'm kind of on a new phase in life
Mm-hmm.
where I am, wow, past the, I guess you'd call it, something middle aged. It's just a new chapter for me, where I'm. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. But post children, um, post life in a more traditional sense,
Mm-hmm.
where I raised a family and was married for 25 years. I had a lot of creative endeavors and a business life as well, but this new chapter, I'm truly trying to become my authentic self, follow my heart, follow my dreams, follow my voice, the inner voice inside that I guess was always there, but kind of squelched a little bit, distractions of life and other things kind of took precedence over me hearing that voice and following that inner guide, that connection to source, that connection to spirit and life and purpose. So I'm trying really hard to tune in to that now,
Right.
and and make a difference through my creative endeavor, which is music, my love for music, and being able to communicate through vibrations of music and song and words.
Right, right. Now, I'm gonna have to revisit what you said about your authentic self. But yeah, that yeah, I'm gonna have to revisit that and find out why you said your authentic self. You said that you're a reggae artist right now.
Yeah,
What were you before now?
you know what, I used to coin myself as, I would call myself a passionate creative. I was always creating things.
Mm-hmm.
So I invented products. I in I decorated homes. I did folk painting, custom sewing. It was just always in me to keep creating. But I just never put the two together. My love for music, and creating in that sense. So truly, it wasn't until I felt like I really needed to find my voice. Like I felt like my voice had been stifled in a sense that I wasn't able to speak without being squashed, if that makes sense. So with music, it allowed me to express myself in safety, I guess, in the comfort of
the recording booth.
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. So
I can't say I've heard anybody refer to recording or being in a recording booth quite that way as their escape.
I can imagine. I bet it is an escape for Well, many maybe. I mean, when it's just you and your words set to that vibrational frequency that it's I don't know, it feels safe for some reason. It just feels like a safe place to be.
At what point did you actually start recording?
In 2016, actually.
Really?
2006. Yeah, I wrote my first song then. My first few songs in 2016, and
What-
recorded that year the first couple.
Which song was that?
The first one was Quench the Fear, and One Heart. Right after that, those two were written at the same time. And that was pretty much said everything that, well, not everything, I shouldn't say that. That was my voice coming out finally. Kind of some of the core beliefs that I had, some of the looking on the bright side, the silver lining in the challenges.
Right.
And also expressing, being able to contrast the light and the dark. In Quench the Fear, I say light and dark coexist, but love will always reign. Challenges are part of life that help us in the end. And then I kind of name this litany of things, being abandoned, abused, dismissed, disrespected, rejected, refused, no work, no money, no love, like all these things. But then the silver lining side, you just take a breath and dream. You just quench the fear, because I think what was happening was I had lived in fear for so long.
Right.
That Quench the Fear was my way of trying to coax myself out of that state to go into, to a different place, to just kind of transport myself through music, through that song, into a better place. So that was the first. That was my first, and then One Heart followed, which was more about the connectivity of all of us. We're all human beings. We all need to. Part of that, the lyrics there is, wake up, and clear your head. Wake up and clear your vision, so we're not misled.
When you did Quench the Fear, was that at a turning point? You said, yeah, you were at that point finding your voice. Was that turning point in your personal life that led you to start, I don't know, being that singing caged bird kind of a thing? I don't know. That's the imagery that just came to mind as you were talking about it.
Yeah, that's pretty intense imagery. You're right, though. That's exactly what it felt like. It was, it was my way out of what I felt was just being confined and restricted so much. So it was a turning point in my life. A lot went on in, a couple of years prior to 2016, 13, 14, 15, right in there, that was just kind of turned my full world upside down and spun me completely around. I was going through a lot of very difficult things. And that was really, music saved me. It truly did. Reggae, the islands, going back to my roots, because, I actually have roots in Jamaica, and I never really discovered them before. So it's kind of like a culmination of everything, kind of like the perfect storm where it just evolved into a music career, so to speak. Or, yeah, that was just my new path to healing, really. And then it turned into and blossomed into a new career path.
So you moved from being creative on the side of painting and decorating to the side of being creative and making music.
Yeah, and actually creativity before was kind of something I did on the side, because what I really did was, I helped create a family business, so to speak. I did real estate as well. I did decorating for the real estate. I invented a couple of products that I had in my mind. But first and foremost, raising a family really was, the 3 kids and schools and, dealing with the home life and all of that. Like everything kind of, it's just a really, really busy life, like most people.
Right.
I think, most people are just, we're just so busy because life.
Life tends to be that way. Life tends to be kind of busy. And especially when you have children, it really takes up quite a bit of your time. And then you mentioned a family business. Now, then you really have no free time. You're really busy because if it's a family business, that means you're always working.
Yeah, well, my main, I think the real estate took most of my time eventually, and then my home and my children and just running everything. So it doesn't give you much time to think about too much else, but it's
I can imagine.
But it was an important, and I'm very grateful for everything that did take place. Whether I knew it or not, all the things that turned upside down, that kind of rocked my world at the time.
Right.
I'm grateful because it did make me kind of open my eyes and make a change to kind of find my voice and to find a way out of the turmoil and the issues that I was facing at the time. So it was a good thing. It was a good thing.
30 minutes after the hour. It is not real talk. It almost sounds like real talk, but Community and Finance Night. We're talking to Gia Yee, and we're going to take a quick little break. When we come back, we find out a little bit about this Jamaican connection that Gia has, the roots, her Jamaican roots, because looking at her picture, hearing her voice, the way how she speaks, and then hearing the fact that she's a reggae artist that has reggae roots, it kind of makes you want to ask the question, okay, tell me about this reggae root. What's the connection? So we're going to see what we can find out from Gia when we come back from this quick little break. Call a friend, tell a friend. It's a night shift with DJ Kevin Stew. It's the Gia Yee show, really and truly. That's what it is. The Gia Yee show. So call your friends, tell them to come on over. Jump into the stew pot. Water is always fine. You can interact with us there, and of course you can call and text 773-789-STEW, 773-789-7839. If you want to talk to the sweet sounding Gia Yee and not the rough sounding me, then that option is available. Yeah, cool. So Gia, hang tight. We're gonna take a quick little break and then come right back, and you can tell us about this Jamaican connection that you have. All right.
Okay. Sounds great.
Okay, cool. We'll be right back.
Pulsey Media Group, innovative streaming and recording, has done it again. A new way to get your business in full view of your neighborhood consumer through AdShare TV. It's available in your neighborhood today. It's easy. Just call us 754-999-6020. Become a host today and place a TV monitor in a strategic location so it's easy to see. Get a 1-minute video ad or longer that plays anywhere in our network. Can't be a host? No problem. For a few dollars, we'll run your 30-second video ad. A host can run announcement specials like buy one get one free or discount ads. Let's turn your flyers into a 30-second video with music or a voiceover, or let us create and run your video ad with a spokesperson. Take advantage of our early enrollment discount. Join us today. Your ad will be seen at least 30 times per day in your AdShare TV neighborhood. It's easy. Just call us 754-999-6020. AdShare TV, part of Pulsing Media Group.
Well, in comes the one called Miss Gia Yee. And what do we say? It's got a thing to make you jump and sing.
My song is a reminder, a verbal note to self. Melody set in motion to coax me through my doubt. A song that's sung for freedom. From a life left up to chance, it's sung to set a good vibration that begs my soul to dance. So I'll forgive myself, I'll forgive you too. Give myself a break and give one to you. Leave the dust behind, look ahead and do the best I can, and to Jah and self be true. I only knew what I knew, a domesticated view, reacting from my vantage point, and didn't question who had the real true answer, had what I was seeking, until I looked to Jah, who had me in his keeping. So I'll forgive.
This is Gia Yee, and you're listening to The Night Shift with DJ Kevin Stew.
And what do we say? It's got a thing to make you jump and sing.
My song is a reminder, a verbal note to self. Melody set in motion to coax me through my doubt.
Okay, welcome back.
Sung for freedom. From a life left up to chance, it's sung to set a good vibration that begs my soul to dance. So I'll forgive myself, I'll forgive you too. Give my
Let me tell you, people.
one to you.
Okay, so in the background, a track called Note to Self. And I had to make a note to myself to not panic just now, and I had Gia with me the whole time because the program crashed. in the middle of the broadcast, the program crashed. And 644 and Julianne, I want to thank you for sticking around and waiting until we got back. Thank you. Those of you tuned in on TuneIn Radio, thank you for your patience. Rockthebox.net, the Foundation Radio Network, One Harmony Radio. Thank you all. And of course, you can look out for the archives, the show in the archives, edited. I'll work on it and put up the edited version. It won't be the regular 2-hour show, but because we lost half an hour trying to sort this out. And it's not 100%, but guess what? We are back and we can complete this conversation. Whew. Gia? Wait, hold on. I can hear you, but they can't. No, they can hear you.
Okay.
Okay. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Hey, listen, I want to thank you.
Glad you're still smiling, though.
I want to thank you, Gia, because the whole time, ladies and gentlemen, you wouldn't believe it, but the whole time that we were off and I was trying to bring the program, I had to actually reinstall the program. And the whole time that we were off, Gia was like, okay, just keep calm. Everything happens for a reason. Don't worry about it. We'll sort it out. Or, well, you will sort it out because I'm not technical. And I was like, jeez. Under normal circumstances, I'd be pulling my hair out. No, but as you can see, there's no hair on the head to pull out. So I'd be pulling hair from elsewhere. My beard would be gone, my mustache would be gone, my eyebrows would be gone, my eyelashes would be in jeopardy. And the whole time Jay was like, okay, stay calm. Don't worry about it. It will all work out. You'll be fine. And so, Jay, I want to thank you for making sure that I was fine.
Oh, you're so welcome. and you were great. So, and thank you everybody for hanging in there with us. Really appreciate it.
Yes. That's a big deal. Where did I put your pictures? Okay, cool. So, see these things here. Anyway, I'll fix it as we go along. So, Gia, you mentioned having Jamaican connections.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that connection.
Well, my father is Jamaican. He was born and raised there.
Okay.
And he's actually a Jamaican Chinese. So that's where my name Yee comes from. He's a Yee. Yeah, he was raised in Shackleton. And he didn't leave Jamaica until he was 22, actually. He came to the States for college, and that's where he met my mom. So he met my mom at Howard University when he left Jamaica.
He was born and raised in Jamaica?
Yes, born and raised in Jamaica.
Okay.
Mhm.
So
yeah, he still has his accent a little bit. I just love Jamaican accents.
So hold on. I being born to a Jamaican father who still has his accent. So your father is Jamaican and your mother is American.
Yeah, she's African American.
Okay. So being born to having a Jamaican father, born and raised in Jamaica, at some point in time you would have had to have learned or practiced the native tongue, our beloved patois.
I'm still learning.
I'm so hearing reluctance in your voice right
I still love it. I understand it better than I can actually speak it.
I was actually gonna
Yeah.
ask you to let us have it. Give us a little bit of the.
Well, in your Rasta, well, it's funny actually. In Karma, my song Karma
Hmm.
had a little spot in there where I put a little patois in that one, and then in Reggae Prescription in Yo Rasta, there's a little touch in there too. You know, see me Rasta say, no worry yourself today.
Okay, I'll give you that. I have a friend who is African American, and she also loves reggae music and has this thing for speaking. And I've been working on her patois. It's a real work in progress, and I can tell you'd be the same.
That's a work in progress for sure.
I want to thank JTMC Enterprise for sponsoring this segment of the show. The GMAC Solutions segment was the segment that we lost. But big ups to GMAC anyway. Enough love all the time. Alright, so with your father being Jamaican, I guess that is where your exposure to the reggae music side came from.
Yeah, definitely. He actually, my family loves music, so I grew up listening to not only reggae but a lot of jazz, and then of course, you know, I grew up in the classic rock era, and then got to see everything evolve from there, which I thought was so awesome. You know, Motown and R&B and the alternative music, and you know, it's just been some really wonderful genre progressions, and I love the fusion now. I love how things are kind of mixed.
That is interesting, isn't it?
Kind of like our culture in general. I think it's a nice mesh. I love when things are just mixed and
But
a little bit flavor of everything.
the purists have an issue with that though. Because then it loses its pure, its authentic Jamaican music. The authentic reggae-ness is gone out of it with fusion.
I understand what you mean. I know, and I tried. And it's funny because the musicians that I worked with, I tried to stay as true to the roots of reggae as I could with the music, as far as making sure that the roots were there. You know?
Right.
But I did infuse a mixture of other things as well, because that's just kind of who I am. I feel like I'm a mixture of so many things.
Well, you're quite the mixture. You are quite the mixture. You know, having the Chinese flavor with the Jamaican flavor mixed in with the American flavor, and not just an American flavor, but an African American flavor. It makes for an interesting you.
Thank you.
And not that everybody isn't interesting, but it makes you that much more interesting, because the very first song I heard of yours, and I'm trying to remember which one it is now, but it did have, it was a reggae, it had a reggae bass, not BASS, but BASE. Layered on top of that was an oriental feel. And I'm trying to remember which song it was. I actually heard it. You were Melissa's guest.
Oh, yes. Okay. And I'm wondering, Yo Rasta, I kind of made with that Asian feel a little bit too, with a little funk mixed in as well, because of the
And it could
I
have been that.
yeah, yeah. So and that was kind of my Far East meets West Indies song. The cultural blending right there. So
Far East meet West Indies. That's cute. That's cute.
yeah, or did I just you drew me in with your Caribbean charm?
I love it. I thank you. I thank you. Um, so, looking at the authentic side of things, though, I mentioned you said you like the fusion and where reggae music has been going with the fusion side of it, and I mentioned the authenticity being lost by the purist would say the authenticity of reggae music is gone. But earlier in the show, you mentioned connecting with your authentic self,
hmm
and that of course made my ears perk up. And I won't get into the details of our conversation today. When we spoke earlier in the day, but when you mention your authentic self, what is it that you're referring to?
Who I am as a truly, deep down in my core. They say that, I guess that's what I mean by my authentic self. Just underneath all the layers, and layers of, oh my goodness, just conditioning and just your background and all the distractions. When you peel off all the layers to who I am deep down, who I am authentically as a person, what my core beliefs are, and just what's inside. That's what I'm trying to stay true to that without being too influenced by what's outside, if that makes sense.
So
It's hard. It's a process. It's a process I'm still in.
is that person so different from who everybody know you to be?
Not now, because I am saying, I guess, as I'm coming out through the music, I'm really much more vocal and not afraid to show who I am. Although, sometimes those background voices still creep up every once in a while. I'm really not. It's freeing, which again, we spoke about earlier. It is freeing to just allow yourself to say what you think and be who you are without holding back and hiding anything, for fear of somebody thinking you're silly or you're not, I don't know, not with it in some way, but none of that matters,
What for you would have been the most challenging thing with connecting with your authentic self? And is that something that this connection, are you still on that journey to make this connection, or to solidify this connection? What when going into recognizing your authentic self was the most challenging thing for you? And does that show in the music?
Yeah, I think it does, because when I write, I'm still trying to remind myself, to just stay on that path of being true to myself, looking to our creator and within, because that's what, to me, I guess that's the path that's leading me to that authenticity, is to look to, the Almighty, and also look within and just kind of stay on that trajectory and not let outside influences creep in too much, where I become more fearful and afraid of rejection. And I guess, and I don't mention a lot, but I think I'll mention it now. One of the things I struggle with is codependency, which a lot of people may have heard that term, codependency, and not really know what it is, what it is. But codependency is kind of where you have a little bit of a lack in self-confidence, and maybe some issues with boundary setting, because you have a little bit of a self-love deficit
So
issue.
there's a need for validation all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of.
Yeah, and love. Yeah, exactly. Where you want to get that love and validation from outside,
Right.
instead of from inside, and that leads to all sorts of problems with not honoring yourself and not honoring your own feelings, kind of putting others ahead of you, allowing yourself to kind of be derailed and, possibly taken advantage of in some cases. It just depends, but it starts with lack of that sense of self and belief. So, and then that's, something that also comes from a deeper, usually childhood programming or trauma, experiencing trauma, and different types of issues that can lead to that kind of what they call codependency. So
Let me ask you this, because you're sharing this on the heels of a show that I did just this past Wednesday, talking about self-love. And in it, I shared a perspective that I have on self-love, in that you need to be selfish in order to be able to truly love other people. In that you have to be able to focus on yourself, to recognize that you are, if you're an artist, you're good at what you do. And I'm going to use what you presented just now as an example, and you may or may not be able to relate to it, but to say, you know what, it doesn't really matter what you want to think, you being anybody outside of you. I am this. I am strong, I am beautiful, I am talented, and not need to have that validation coming from outside. You really need to be selfish and recognize those things for yourself before you can say, all right, I love someone, whomever. So you need to be able to be selfish. And I don't know how many people actually agreed with it. I didn't get many responses on that. A lot of people were quiet. But I've spoken to a few people one-on-one since, and some get it and some don't. Some describe it or compare it to narcissism. Some say, listen, I totally get it. It makes sense. Because we're taught to love others as we love ourselves, but many of us are not taught how to love ourselves.
yeah.
And what I'm getting from you is you saying, this is what one of the things that you had been struggling with, and Reggae Prescription has kind of been your prescription to dealing with this. Am I right in what I'm getting from it?
Yes, you're right, Kevin. You're right. And I do know what you're saying. I can totally relate to it. And I think I saw one of your posts,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought the word that you used was perfect, because I think the post said that I am worthy. And worthy is a really good word.
Mm.
So maybe the word, even though I understand exactly what you mean by being selfish, to me when I hear that, I feel like you're saying you need to feel worthy. You're worthy of love. You're worthy of you're worthy.
Yeah, you need to recognize it for yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, Reggae Prescription now, when we go through the tracks of Reggae Prescription, I mentioned at the beginning of the show, I don't think you were on yet, my two tracks that I have been playing constantly had been Gaslit and Both Feet. I've been playing those two songs constantly. And I started playing Gaslit when I actually did a show on gaslighting.
Oh, I'm so sorry I missed that. I need to go back and hear that.
I don't think I have that one in this archive. That was a show from even before my site was up. That was a show from last year.
Wow.
Yeah. And I guess I can revisit it. I have no problem revisiting the whole concept of gaslighting and what it is. Was Gaslit an experience of yours?
Yes, definitely. And that song helped me actually vocalize what I felt and what I went through. And that was a huge burden release. It was like a very healing experience, And I'm still in the process of healing and recovering, of course, but it kind of was like the gateway for me. It's just kind of like to finally be able to vocalize and say something and to hopefully reach others maybe in the same situation and shed some light on it, because it's a very complex issue where, those people that want to gain control and power, really it's to gain control and power over somebody,
right?
Use that as a psychological form of abuse. And it's very debilitating and it just kind of really throws you off and makes you self-doubt, which is what they want. It's kind of like a tactic on purpose. It's just to cause...
Yeah, go ahead.
Me?
No, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, because the weaker they can make you, to self-doubt and break you down and make you weaker, it just builds them up. And, so that was, and that's interesting. And then, and then that Both Feet is kind of a not quite the same, but another similar song in the sense that kind of recognizing when you've been, when it's time to say goodbye, when it's time to say goodbye to behavior that's not well-intentioned or in your best interest, when it's time to move forward and lesson learned, take the lesson learned and value yourself and
Right.
just say, okay, goodbye, because you can't control others. You can only control yourself.
Right, right.
So I'm hoping that the songs empower, well, they're meant to empower people to kind of not only recognize, but to realize that you have the power to walk away, to choose your life, to choose your well-being, and to say goodbye. Yeah, just to move forward and leave that behind.
What else would you, from the Reggae blah 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 Prescription album, would you say are songs that really have been helping you in this process?
Well, Note to Self was another very introspective song where it's kind of a reminder, because I do believe, in love, light, our Heavenly Father, but also, His amazing universe and the vibrational frequencies of, so raising your awareness is a higher vibrational frequency, awareness and letting go, forgiving yourself, forgiving others. Just so that song also is kind of my reminder. The song is a reminder, a verbal note to self. Just to leave the dust behind and to look ahead to new and just start a new vibration. And
So
yeah.
So really and truly, Reggae Prescription was literally just that for you. It was therapeutic. It was just what the doctor ordered.
Yes, you're right. And I thought about the name long and hard, and that is exactly why I chose that name. And then I do have other. It's funny because those are my real intense songs. But then the lighter side, there's a happy side to that, which Yo Rasta is kind of a turning point song, where kind of getting back to my roots and the charm and the wisdom and the love I found in the Caribbean culture was also very transformational, which allowed me to move into the brighter side, so like my avatar is just a little more fun and island night. And then Rasta Jack actually is kind of one of those songs that mixes past and present. Kind of, it starts off with the story of Jack and Jill, but it's Rasta Jack and Jill, and really is about love, how I see what love is really like in its simplistic form. True love. Yeah, true love is caring and kindness and, helping each other out and lifting each other. Yeah, lifting each other up, not hindering each other. So it's, yeah. I hope it's cheerful as well. Yeah.
These some of these tracks I haven't actually played on this show yet, because like I said, I've been just bouncing through the two main ones, being Both Feet and Gaslit. And typically I would play them on after my in musical therapy on my Wednesday show, because that show is what I call real talk, and that's when I look at interpersonal relationship stuff. That's when I look at how we relate to each other, how we identify with ourselves, and that is my most personal show. I think in that show I have more of me coming out. The other two
That's
shows are
wonderful.
pretty general. You have this one that showcases individuals like you and businesses. And you have tomorrow night's show, which is Healthy Love, which is just that, focuses on health. And so Wednesday's show is that personal one. And I would play, if not both, one of these tracks. That would be the day that I would play it. Because I tend to keep my music show themed.
Mm.
And I have been broadening it a little bit more since it's musical therapy, just going into more things.
Mm-hmm.
But
That's wonderful.
but I definitely need to introduce more of your songs. For those who want to reach out to you, other than calling my number in the next few minutes just to say thank you or hello to Gia, which is 773-789-STEW, hint, hint, hint. 773-789-7839 gets you in touch. You can call, you can text. The chat room is also available. It's called the Stew Pot on kevinstew.com. You can say hi to Gia. Don't be shy. Go ahead. She won't bite, and if she does, I know nothing about it, and I won't tell. But how can people get in touch with you, Gia?
Well, through social media, of course, Gia Yee Music, for Instagram and for Twitter and for Facebook. But one of the best ways is probably my website, which is oneheartentertainment.com. So that's ONE, HEART, entertainment.com, oneheartentertainment.com, because on there I have links to absolutely everything. I have links to iTunes, YouTube channel, where all my videos are, to my bio, my everything, my EPK, you name it, it's all on my website. And my contact information is there as well. So that might be the absolute best place to find me, other than social media.
And of course, links to get your album.
Yes, they're all there. So if you prefer Spotify, I have a link to Spotify. If you prefer iTunes, if you prefer CD Baby or Amazon, they're all there. All there on the website.
So for the next, let me see now. You released this album last year in 2018.
Yeah.
So you're still on the promotional trail for this album, basically.
Yes, I am. It was at the very end of August. It was the very last day of August, so it's just been a few months. And so now I'm this year's a year to promote and to perform a little bit. I have an upcoming tour in Europe.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm excited. June, July, August, I should be in Europe. I have Legend in Action at 664gmail.com. Well, actually, that's on. You should be able to find that too on my social media. But that's my booking agent, and then Phil GAD59 is also helping me in UK. So I have performances in Switzerland and the UK, possibly Croatia, and some other places. We're kind of working that all out right now. So
nice. I can tell you this, between now and the summer when you go off on tour, I'm kind of gonna be calling on you when I'm doing my shows that relates to anything that is in any of these songs.
Oh, I would love that. Absolutely.
Because I get to talk to someone who has first-hand experience with some of these things.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
you talk about being gaslit. I I have only shared stories from research and from I've gotten stories from one other person about being gaslit. But to have someone come on and be able to tell their story and how they're even still now dealing with it is just phenomenal. And
Well,
I applaud you for the strides that you have taken and
thank
encourage you also to keep your head up and to look at that person in that mirror and say, you are the best thing that ever happened to me.
you.
I encourage you to do it because I'm doing it. I'm learning to do it myself. So I can say that to someone else, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I can't say I've had the experience of being gaslit or anything like that. But how I have been even myself conditioned and as growing up, and you and I use these terms almost second nature. I have come to realize um, conditioning
Yeah.
and it and how we are taught certain things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're
And
programmed,
yes,
domesticated. Yeah,
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 these are words that I realize are in both our vocabularies, which I think is really cool since we're on similar journeys.
yeah.
And so I encourage you to feel free, even if I don't reach out to you and you have some time and you hear I'm doing a topic relating to any of these things, to just jump on. Feel free. Because one of the things about my shows is that it's a judgment free zone. And I'm glad you are able to call us tonight and to let your hair down and put your feet up and to share with us who Gia Yee is. Not who we see as Gia Yee marketed, but who Gia Yee really is, so that we can have that connection. And that's what it's all about. I'm sure a lot more people can connect with you now than they did before in a totally different way. And when they listen to your music, I'm sure they will listen to it a whole lot differently. So I want to thank you for sharing you with us.
You're so welcome. You're so welcome. I enjoy speaking with you, and I would be happy to speak to you more in depth on any issue, anytime.
Now, remember you said that. I have that on recording. And there were some people listening, so they heard it too.
Okay.
So
All right.
even if you forget, I can pull it up.
Okay. 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 I'll let you hold me to that.
So there's no backing out. No. Well, actually, I'll give you the opportunity to back out now. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so you didn't back out.
No. I'm in.
All right. So
I
know that.
appreciate what you do too, because it just helps so much when you share these topics with people, and you are so open and honest and in addressing issues. It's helpful. It's healing. So thank you.
I'll tell you this, Gia. For this Wednesday, I am looking into the whole idea of promises
Mm.
and what a promise is and what it means to the person giving the promise and the person receiving the promise. I'm doing some research to discuss that for this Wednesday. How you feel about promises?
That is a very interesting topic, because it's not one I've really thought about. But the first thing that came to my mind are like promises like that are in the Bible, like God's promises. Certain people, I think it means everything, and for some, I think it's just thrown around lightly. I think it might also have to do with how you were brought up in childhood, of what that word means to you. If you've had to deal with a lot of broken promises, say, or empty promises that may affect you. It might be a trigger where you're triggered by put a lot of weight into promises.
I won't even allow you to get into it because
good.
I see you have a lot to say about it. I'm not even going to allow you to get into it at all because
That's good.
I want to. This is something I want to touch on for this Wednesday. Sorry. So, if you can, you could make yourself available and jump into the chat room on kevinstew.com. It's called the Stew Pot. Jump on in there or call me up. Give me a ring-a-ling on the ding-a-ling as I'm doing the show and give your view on promises.
Okay. Well, I think that's a great topic that you've chosen, and I can't wait to hear what you have to say.
Because
and your research, what you come up with, yeah.
I'm pretty sure Note to Self has a little something in there about promises.
Ooh. You're good. You are really good and insightful.
Thank you.
Right.
Flattery will get you everywhere. So, Wednesday, that is what we're looking at. It's official.
Okay. It's official.
Gia, I want to thank you once again, and please do call on me if there's anything that I can do as you continue on this journey. Go ahead, call on me because I am journeying too.
Okay, that's so sweet. Thank you. I may just do that because I think we are on the same journey, and you've been it's been so heartwarming to speak to you. So thank you.
It has been my pleasure.
To all your listeners, thank you so much for tuning in.
It has been my distinct pleasure. We'll catch up. You enjoy the rest of your night. I'm going to move into musical therapy, and I'm moving into musical therapy with Your Rasta. So guess what? I want you to introduce Your Rasta.
Oh, my goodness. Well, do you want me to sing a little bit of it? Is that what
introduce it any which way you want to introduce it. It's you have the floor.
Well, you drew me in with your Caribbean charm and pulled me close to you with love and open arms. You showed me life from a different point of view, a breath of fresh air from the life that I once knew. Yo Rasta.
Yes.
So much.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, Gia Yee, and you can hear that this is real. It's she just as that's Gia right there. That's her voice, and it's real. Thank you, Gia. Enjoy the rest of the night. Catch musical therapy. Jump on onto kevinstew.com and go into the Stew Pot and vibe out to us for musical therapy.
Okay, I'll meet you there.
All right.
13. Bye now.
All right. Talk to you in a few.
Okay.
This is Gia Yee, and you're listening to The Night Shift with DJ Kevin Stew.
me boyfriend. I met you when I had nothing left to lose. You dried my tears and took away my blues. You spoke your mind like a rebel with the cause, and sweetly gave me your love without a pause. You lit a spark in me.
I feel like a fire 'cause you know say the natty love you bad.
And left your mark on me.
Sign and seal, it's a loving that deliver with the tag.
You lit a spark in me.
I feel like a fire 'cause you know say the natty love you bad.
And left your mark on me.
Sign and seal, it's a loving that deliver with the tag.
You left your dread mark on the very start. You left your dread mark on me broken heart.
Listen now, you are saying
You left your dread mark that dwelled in my head. You left your dread mark deep that's innocent. You lit a spark in me.
I feel like a fire 'cause you know say the natty love you bad.
And left your mark on me.
Sign and seal, it's a loving that deliver with the tag.
You lit a spark in me.
I feel like a fire 'cause you know say the natty love you bad.
And left your mark on me.
Sign and seal, it's a loving that deliver with the brand new love. You wanna put out plastic yet, like the funk friend that strictly I go glide on your fret. No rain now fall, chin chin, yes, till you wet. Go and hold tight, 'cause I saw the weather set. The heights of great man were reach and kept. Drive through the night, come make we do it and sweat. You're the chick, in a me reggae, I'm your dub, play the brown. You love me, I kick down the gate like the master monk of Charlotte.
You drew me in with your Caribbean charm, and pulled me close to you with love and open arms. You showed me life from a different point of view, a breath of fresh air from the life that I once knew. You lit a spark in me.
I feel like the fire 'cause you know say the natty love you bad.
From the album Reggae Prescription,
Sign and seal, it's a loving that deliver with the tag.
this is Gia Yee.
Spark in me.
I feel like the fire 'cause you know say the natty love you bad.
And left your mark.
As we roll through into the musical therapy segment, I want to say thanks to
You left your dread
the Wake Up and Live show with Sir Rockwell,
restart. You left your dread mark.
sponsoring musical therapy. Sir Rockwell comes at you at 7 a.m. tomorrow, all being well.
You left your dread
In the Artist Tuesday,
that's innocent.
You don't know say Rasta got soul.
I tell you what you all need to do. Call Sir Rockwell as he's doing the show tomorrow.
When the Rasta a rock,
Tell him that you want to hear a Gia Yee tune.
when you're falling, authentic, creative, you're my lily of the morning. Some boys still a snore on a broad day morning. Me catch you up on the flowers, which is you, ain't that charming?
You lost to say.
Don't worry yourself today.
Gia, I didn't even ask you who the artist is on this,
I need
the one DJing on this track.
lost to say.
Don't worry yourself today.
Who's the artist, Miss Chin?
Press say,
Everything I read. Everything inside. You did
Everything I read.
I feel like what's in the natty love you bad.
and left your mark on me.
Sign and seal, it's a loving that deliver with the tag.
You lit a spark
I feel like the fire 'cause you know so the natty love you bad.
and left your mark on me.
Sign and seal, it's a loving that deliver with the tag.
You lit a spark
Light the fire, light the fire,
and left your mark on me.
light the fire, light the fire.
You lit a spark in me and left your mark on me.
I feel like the fire 'cause you know so the natty love you bad.
Things and take her on the way, but I mean she want to touch her. When we touch it's like rain a fall. I mean she want to touch her. A rasta she want to touch her. Yeah. So I touch her in the morning, touch her in the evening. Good loving from the rasta man she receiving. Loyal empress, I me know she not deceiving. She a blaze, movie is fine, dinner is fine, but right now she need to unwind. It's touching time. She tell me say
6 minutes to the top of the hour.
some a come house and money and vehicle. I mean she want to touch her. Some of buy her fancy things and take her on the world, but a me she want to touch her. When me touch
I want to say thanks to Gia Yee once again
me, she want to touch her.
for giving us the Gia Yee show.
A Rasta she want
Again, apologies for that little break that we had.
that she wanna fly, and she never yet been so high. She's in love, she
But all being well, that should be fine
be oh my,
for the rest of the week.
my. Rasta I give her more than text, stimulate her mind, body, soul, in.
In the background, the sound of Bingy
She
Blaze,
never been yet,
a track called Rasta Touch.
never seen yet. She said me want you bingy, trust me. She said me need you bingy, touch me. She said me want you bingy, trust me. She said me need you bingy, touch me. Some a come with rose and body and speaker. Now me she want to touch her. Some want buy her fancy things and take her on the world, but a me she want to touch her. When me touch it like rain a fall. And me she want to touch her. A Rasta she want, a Rasta she want to touch her, 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 touch her.
Girl, you got the moves, you got the juice, you got the flavor, got the sauce, oh yeah. Anywhere you wanna go, say the word, and you know I'ma take you there. Oh yeah. You need somebody behind you. You feel lost out.
This is the sound of King Charles,
I just wanna make
track called Juice.
you waste no
From the album Still Searching.
change your life. You and I will chase the skies and no limit. If you want to, you can be my queen and I will be your king forever.
Best believe.
If you want to
All you have to do is ask.
be my queen and I will be your king forever. Oh yeah. Girl, you got the moves, you got the juice, you got the flavor, got the sauce, oh yeah. Anywhere you wanna go, just say the word and you know I'ma take you there. Oh yeah. You need somebody remind you. If you're lost, I will find you. Oh, I just wanna make you mine. So if you want to, you can be my queen and I will be your king forever.
I want to thank you all once again for tuning in tonight.
You can be my queen and I will be your king forever.
And I want to leave you with a brand new tune from Phil Watkins, track called Today.
Youngblood Records.
Rise this morning, give thanks. This life's not guaranteed at all. At all.
This has been the night shift to DJ Kevin Stew, Community and Finance Night.
Wake up this morning, never
Special guest earlier on was Gia Yee.
the ones who never heed judge a warning. Never
Catch me tomorrow.
to see to
Healthy Love Tuesday.
boy, let's see a lot of families falling. Never
Hey, Julian.
see today. A lot of
We're gonna knock out these 6 crazy Mondays real quick, okay?
see today. So if you live to see another day, I tell you don't forget to pray. Jaja bless you with his mercy. Another chance to right the wrongs from the choices that you've made. Love will guide you upon your journey. Life is much better when you know what it's worth. Let every step count, let every move work. Here today, tomorrow, say your day and a leader. So set your mind and good living. With that you feel flirt. Waste your days seeking vanity. Flesh thing now go work. Walk fast from dirty liberty road that you no feeler. It best to wear a smile than to wear a dirty smirk. Remember we put Jaja first. A lot of people never wake up this morning. Never live to see today. Oh, the ones who never heed Jaja warning. Never live to see today. Boy, let's see a lot of families falling. Never live to see today. A lot of innocent people falling. Now live to see today. Give thanks and praise, we still fortunate. Work a breeze, spread the message, cause we still a blow breath. Life, no promise on the road where we check, but Jaja never failed me yet. Rise up in the morning, giving thanks. With life, I have a special romance. Me and good health a slow dance. Thank you, Jah, for giving me a next chance. You see the sun, you feel the breeze, you feel the pouring. Now take life for granted. You live another day of a million no morning. As Jah has come, a lot of people never wake up this morning, never live to see today. Oh, the ones who never heed Jah warning, never live to see today.
When being in the moment is priceless, consider the ability to share that moment. If you can video it, you can broadcast it. And Pulse E-Media Group has the tools you need. Weddings, birthdays, funerals, graduations, church services, parties, seminars, you name it. Pulse E-Media Group can provide you with a secure medium controlled by you to broadcast your event. Contact us at www.pulsemediagroup.com for more information. Pulse E-Media Group, when being in the moment is priceless.